Today let's read I Love My Mummy from Paragon Books. One morning Little Dear didn't want to play in his garden anymore. I want to see new things, he told his mummy. Then let's go exploring, said Mummy Dear, and see what new things we can find. This way, said Little Dear excitedly, and he hurried ahead while Mummy followed behind, watching over him. Little Dear hopped along the grass by the hanging willow tree. Then he slowly crossed the wobbly stones, watching the stream as it trickled gently beside him. Don't get your feet wet, warned Mummy. I won't, said Little Dear, as he wiggled and wobbled. Little Dear counted red and orange butterflies, then squeezed through the thick, tangly bushes. Don't get stuck, warned Mummy. I won't, called Little Dear, as he skipped out the other side. Hurry up, Mummy, he called. There's lots more to see. Look, said Little Dear, a hill that goes up to the clouds. Is it too high? Said his mummy. It's not too high for me, said Little Dear, panting as he climbed step by step all the way to the top. I can see forever, cried Little Dear, standing tall on his tiptoes. His mummy stood close behind him, but Little Dear was beginning to wobble again. And suddenly, whee! Cried Little Dear as he skidded and slid, landing with a swoosh in a pile of fallen leaves. Are you okay, Little Dear? Asked his mummy. Yes, giggled Little Dear. I am. Little Dear sat in the meadow with his mummy, watching the bees buzzing in the warm sun. Suddenly Little Dear sat up. Mummy, he said, which way is home? He looked all around him. I'm lost. Mummy Dear nuzzled Little Dear's nose. We'll soon find our way back, she said soothingly. We just have to remember how we got here. Little Dear thought and thought. At last he began to remember. We came over the hill, cried Little Dear, and he scampered back to the hill that went up to the clouds. Mummy Dear helped him climb quickly to the top, where, Yippee! Cried Little Dear. I can see the way from here. Little Dear and his mummy skidded down the other side of the hill to find what came next. We squeezed through the tangly bushes, Little Dear told his mummy, and he scurried back through the hole he'd made with his little tail wagging. Mummy Dear gave him a helping nudge. Which way now? Said Little Dear's mummy, when they were on the other side. Little Dear saw the red and orange butterflies and heard the tinkling sound of a stream. The wobbly stones, cheered Little Dear as he hurried across the stream. Don't get your feet wet, Mummy, he warned. I won't, laughed Mummy Dear, but who's going to be home first? Little Dear knew the way from here. He ran as fast as his little legs would take him along the grass by the willowy tree until, I'm home first, said Little Dear, and he jumped and jumped all around his little garden. Little Dear flopped down in the sunshine beside Mummy. I love exploring, said Little Dear happily, and I love my mummy. We hope you enjoyed that story. Thank you so much for watching. Please do like, share and subscribe, and be sure to come back soon. Take care.